Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nufftingz Speaks with your host, Nufftingz. So, I recently found out, as this is big news now, that Wolfey VGC is taking a step back from Pokemon tournaments because of sexual assault. Man, I'm a fan of Wolfey. I think Wolfey is great. I'm a fan of a lot of those VGC players, especially the ones that go on YouTube. Since I've been doing YouTube, I haven't had as much time to watch them, but I know that there was that other dude, Verlicify, that was beefing with all of them, and you know, I watch a lot of them when I have the time, and I really enjoy their content. There's that other guy, I can't remember his name, but he has the glasses. I know Wolfey does too. This other guy, I can't remember his name, but his content was always great, and I think he always said that he was like the greatest before Wolfey or whatever, but he's like retired now, just does YouTube. A lot of them, they're really fun to watch. They're very charismatic and whatever, right? But on the sexual harassment thing, that's a really interesting thing to talk about because, as people know, I'm Jamaican, right? Well, I'm Canadian born, but Jamaican background, and sexual harassment seems to be like a common thing, even in my culture. You always hear about the dirty uncle, stuff like that. Like there's actually a TikToker right now, oh my god, can't remember his name. It's like Bass or something like that. He's a Guyanese dude. And he'll do like little skits where when you use the filter on Snap to like make your hair gray. So he'll pretend to be like the old uncle that just found out his niece is like 18 years old and he's like all flirty with her, and it's weird, but it talks to a lot of people because if you look at the comments, people will be like, oh yeah, this is why I don't like going to family get-togethers, and it's such a common thing, right? Which is sad. Things like that should not be common. And one of the things that is really been sad about it, and it's like not only Wolfie, right? It's just when you have men that get sexually assaulted or harassed and can't say anything. And even in my see, I can't speak for everybody, but like in my culture and like the people that I've been around and all that, you would allow it because if you were to call the police, say, yo, this girl harassed me, they would probably laugh at you. Your homies would laugh at you and everyone just laugh at you for that, which has always been such a sick thing, like the double standard is so bad. Like a woman could lie and get you in trouble, but you could actually be telling the truth and nothing will happen. You're regarded as less of a man or something. And that's the whole thing with this whole Wolfie thing that gets me too. Like, where's security, bro? Like, I mean, I get it. It's a Pokemon thing. You expect it to be, good and people won't be whatever. But ever since COVID, I noticed that people are insane. Like people will just do outlandish things and there's no filter with people anymore. And I'm like, if it was a problem with him, did he ever get security? You know, or maybe he just didn't want to pay, or I don't know. But, you know, I would assume security would have been the better way to go. Like, I don't know if he had any, but, like I'm not dogging the man. Like, you do what you do, but wouldn't security have been something he should have invested in, or um, these events should have invested in to protect, their cash cow? Because, he is the guy that does all the really good content and he's always winning tournaments. And he's like, didn't he like win the last one? I did see someone say, well, now he's probably quitting because he doesn't want to play the new game because the battle system is totally different. I mean, that's hilarious, but who knows? Um, I don't know, man. It's like it's sad because I've dealt with this myself. I've had friends that I've had that would, even when we were kids, like when you're a kid, you're going on the bus. You just went to the gym, you're going on the bus, and I remember I had this one friend. We called him Smokey, and this random chick just went behind him and squeezed his butt while he was going on the bus. And like people do that. And it's like it's such a thing. It's like I don't even know what to say about that, man, because I'm a father of two. I have a son and I have a daughter. I have a daughter first and I have a son. And you know, anyone that crossed that line with my kids gonna have to feel the wrath. You know what I'm saying? But even if you handle a situation, the trauma's still there. Like it happened already. So no matter what you do, the trauma will be there. So I feel for him, whatever trauma he's dealing with. I'm hoping that dude will get therapy if he needs it. Hopefully people will be support, help his family, his friends support him, because bro, it's not a good look, man. Like just you should be able to walk out and be safe. You know what I mean? And you not being able to do what you love, um, and be safe at the same time. It's terrible, man. Like, and I'm telling you, like when I said that I know this firsthand, the mother of my children, her dad is 100% perv, like 100%, and he's a German guy that feels like white is superior, but like he's a Nazi sympathizer, which is hilarious. And he married a Filipino woman, but he has a crush on one of the other aunties, right? One of the other titas. Um, she's married to his wife's brother. And there's been many photos of him like grabbing her boobs and all that. And he's been known to say sexual things to like the little cousins and all that. Like not the kids, but when they're older, he's been known to grab females' butts during a hug. And this is one of the big reasons why my daughter is not allowed to go to these events. And, even my daughter's mother is totally against her going to these events unless someone is there to accompany her because, people are worried about stuff like that. And the fact that he's not in jail always, upsets me. It's like, dude, why are you not in jail? And this is what I mean about like sometimes life makes no damn sense. It's really sad that people aren't doing bad things, but bad things happen to them. I'm not saying Wolfie's the greatest person in the world. I don't know. But from what I've seen, he seems like a straight up good dude and doesn't deserve, you know, what he got. And I mean, a lot of people, like many of us don't deserve it. I don't think any of us deserve it, to be honest with you. You know, you should be able to freely do what you want to do and not feel uncomfortable. You should not be harassed because if he was doing that to women or to anybody, he would get in so much trouble. And it's like with all of us, if I go and do that tomorrow, I'm getting hit with a charge. And that's not fair. Like you should be able to be safe and secure doing what you do. I've seen this happen at gyms. Like I've seen where, women will just randomly touch people. Like I've had women, I'm not saying it's only women, but I've had people grab me in funny ways. And it's like, bro, get off me, man. And like, you want to swing, but it's like, dude, like sometimes you can't swing on certain people, man, because that police could be knocking at your door, man, especially in Canada. In Canada, we can't hurt somebody more than what they've done to us. So let's say somebody stabs me and I shoot them, I get in more trouble because I shot them. I'm supposed to do the exact same thing to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's always been stupid to me. Like, it's like, bro, if someone crosses the line, you should be able to protect yourself, right? But, that's just how it goes, right? But look, man, all I'm saying is I'm a small channel. It won't go to him, but I wish him well. And anybody else that's going through this stuff and you're being quiet, I wish you well also. I feel like, um, as bad as my opinion is on a lot of things, I do feel like people don't deserve to be treated that way. I have nothing but love and respect for whoever's going through this. Um, you know, and I wish you many hugs and many, loving responses. And I hope that, you know, you can deal with the trauma that comes with this stuff, right? So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. This is just one of those videos where I just want to give nothing but love and respect to whoever is going through sexual harassment or any type of abuse. Could be, you know, God, there's so many abuses. Like, if I say them all, I'll be here until like tomorrow. Like, like spousal abuse, any type of abuse, man. Any abuse you're going through, man. I hope that, things get better. Um, and I hope that if you're not in it anymore, that you get all the therapy you need and you can find peace within yourself and it doesn't change who you are as a person. I hope that if you're a good person, you stay as a good person, maybe even a better person. And for Wolfey, I hope that, things get better for him. Hope that he can eventually come out to these things, win more tournaments, and be protected the way he should be protected, as anyone should be protected, not just the top dogs. Everyone should be protected when it comes to things like this. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and I hope that, if you're going through it, I'll give you a virtual hug, a big strong hug. Hope you feel better. All right, take care.